Hi folks, I am a devout Catholic. I guess that's about as transparent as the fact that I was raised in Brooklyn also. I was raised in a Brooklyn neighborhood that was staunchly Italian and staunchly Catholic. And I was baptized since birth and probably before baptized. I've been Catholic since birth and probably before, but technically since baptism. I attended Catholic schools where the nuns wore the long habits. The clergy in this neighborhood was part of our everyday lives. I attend church regularly now. I'm in the Knights of Columbus. I usher and I do all I can to help the church that I belong to. Catholicism is part of my being. I can't see me being in another religion. Now, having said that, I do have to say I am very upset with the Catholic Church, and I am very upset with my fellow Catholics. But that will not cause me to leave the church. No, I'm upset with this country and the Congress. I'm not leaving America. The Catholic Church has been preaching to us for the last 30 years that abortion is wrong. I'm not arguing this with those of you who are not Catholic. I'm not arguing whether abortion is right or wrong. Been telling us for 30 years that abortion is wrong and we need to do everything within our power to stop it. Well, this past election, we had the power to stop it. But 52% of Catholics who voted Democrat, knowing gosh darn well that them Democrats are pro-abortion. No getting around it. Whereas the Republican ticket was pro-life. As a result of this, voting in Democrats controlling the White House, the Senate, and the Congress, they're going to pass and sign legislation called the Freedom of Choice Act, which will require all hospitals across the country to perform abortions if so requested. It would also allow the murderous procedure to be administered by non-doctors. Other medical staff can perform an abortion. It would also allow underage children to receive an abortion without parent notification, without parent approval. Also, it would do partial birth abortions, infanticide, meaning if the child survives an abortion and comes out whole and alive, they can murder the child right there because, well, it was supposed to be aborted. That's why I'm upset with my fellow Catholics. Now, why am I upset with the Catholic Church? Because I think the Catholic Church in this issue is just talking the talk, but not walking the walk. They tell us to pray, they tell us to demonstrate, they tell us to organize, send postcards, they tell us to do all that. They want us, the lay people, to do this. But what is the Catholic Church doing? Now you say, well, what can they do? They have one item at their disposal that they're not using. If they exercised it, it would shake some people up. And that is excommunication. Yeah, meaning you throw them out of the church. And who do you throw out? You throw out politicians that support abortion. Specifically, I could think of Senator Ted Kennedy, Vice President Joseph Biden, and Representative Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi. These are three Catholics who are vehemently pro-abortion. They need to be excommunicated. They most certainly do. And anyone who votes for this legislation, the Freedom of Choice Act, they need to be excommunicated if they're Catholic also. They should be refused the sacrament at Mass. This is what should be done, but the Catholic Church isn't doing this. A good friend of mine is a devout Catholic that lives in Connecticut. He told me, well, it's because the power of excommunication is left up to the individual bishops and the various dioceses around the United States. So, the bishops meet once or twice a year at a bishops' conference. They can pass that on to one another. We're going to excommunicate these people who are masquerading as Catholics who are politicians. The Vatican can issue a letter to the bishops telling them to do that. But this is not happening. They don't want to ruffle any feathers, but yet they're so vehemently anti-abortion. Kiss to God, eh? All right, folks. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the nation you happen to be in. See ya.